Hey, what's up everyone, it's David. I'm here again for another Dark Souls video. This time I'm going to be doing the Wanderer starting class. It's a really good starting class. It means a lot to me because when I first started playing the game, like my very first playthrough, that I spent nearly 300 hours on just in one playthrough, this was the one I chose. Not because of anything about it, but because I just thought it looked cool, which ended up taking me forever to beat the first demon, and then so long to beat the TARDIS demon, which I'll do a video on. Yeah, I'll do one on it. Took me forever to beat it because I literally didn't mean to. I didn't know what he sold, but I killed the merchant, which I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll explain in the other video. So on this one, I'm just gonna be kind of running through it. I'm not really gonna bother with these guys in here. Interesting fact about this character, despite having all their armor on, they still have the fast roll. I like this character. It's really meant for movement. So yeah. In a second, I'll explain his armor. Oh wait, oh man, come on, seriously. His armor is 9 for physical, 8 for magic, 10 for fire, and 9 for lightning for his headpiece. Chest 23 physical, 21 magic, 26 fire, and 23 lightning. 14, 12, 15, 13, and 14, 12, 15, 13. Interesting fact, the gauntlets and leg pieces for any starting class are usually the same. This character really has got a little bit more fire resistance than they do any other resistance, but not greatly amount. I like the architecture in this game. Don't know why, just always have. What the heck is you doing? Alrighty. Now this character has really high dexterity, so when they're first starting out, they don't have a great shield. The shield I think does, 85 physical reduction, 35 magic, 60 fire, 60 lightning, so it's not great. Give me a second, I think my cat's about to get in front. Okay, no it didn't. So it's not a great shield for the beginning, but it's an okay one. Alright, now you're going to want to move quickly, so pretty much just hold down the run button, and if you do it right, you can usually manage to get a good backstep off on them. Interesting fact, the sword that they give you at the beginning is actually really effective against these guys. More effective than how do I put it? More effective than it is against anything else, really. Give me a second and I'll show you why. A lot of people who build a dexterity, who are trying to get a dexterity person going, will use this because it has, I think, the highest dexterity for starting classes. For those of you who don't know, dexterity actually serves more than one purpose. One, it's a slot that lets you deal more damage in the game, but on top of that, if you're using a pyromancer or a sorcerer or someone like that, or anything really, pyromancers, sorcerers, and people who use magic and stuff like that, they allow you to cast your spells quicker. That caps at I think about 36 or so, but for anyone, the high dexterity makes your weapons actually go a little bit faster. Not the great swords. The great swords are the only ones that are exempt from this. Great swords, ultra great swords, great axes, heavier weapons, they don't do that for, but for the most part, they allow you to deal damage quicker. So a lot of people like them because they can hit really fast combos. Alright, now let me show you the stats for this character. Like I was saying, it has the highest dexterity for the beginning classes. It starts with no Covenant, like most of the other ones. It has 1 attunement slot for the beginning. It's got 10 vitality, so an okay amount. 10 endurance, 10 strength, so it's not really a very strong class, but it's an okay one. Pretty strong, actually. A few upgrades you could use pretty much any basic item. 14 dexterity, the highest dexterity of anything. With 14 dexterity, you could pretty much just find a bow if you get lucky in here, and you can use it. It's got 12 resistance, good resistance actually. 11 intelligence, so reasonable amount. Another video I'll be explaining what the intelligence can be used for at the beginning, and I'll be explaining the first blacksmith. Alright, and then it's got 8 fate, so its faith is really low. Now, like I was saying, the item for the sword, it's got 80, how do I put this? It's got 80 physical damage, so, doesn't do much other one. I actually made a mistake in my other one with the broadsword, I think, and started reading off the damage reduction. So, if I did, I'm sorry. Human too. The weight is actually 1.5 pounds, so it's a reasonably lightweight sword. In fact, it barely weighs more than the straight sword hilt. It's a small curved sword. Each hit inflicts little damage, but fluid chains are deadly. The Sharmancer's sharp slashing attacks are effective against cloth and flesh, but not metal armor or tough scales. What that means is, like, dragons, it's really really, I don't want to say useless, but it's not very good against. But for like heavily armored persons, but people like NPCs like King Jeremiah, who use only cloth armor, it's gonna be a little bit more effective against. Damn, keep getting hit in this one. Kind of distracted. But yeah, it's an okay class. I really like this class, actually. Alright, let's get moving. Come on. Like I said in the last video, if you want to know about Snuggie, go to my first video. There's your little nesting right there. Alright, so... I love the little cutscenes in this one, but I'm trying to skip them so I have a lot of time. There we go. Now we're in Lordran. Always make sure you pick up Humanity. Humanity is, like, despite being fairly abundant in the game, it's still kind of useful. Really useful. Rest at your bonfire. Alrighty then. So that concludes the Wander. Chances are I'll be using the warrior class when I go through my playthrough, but I'll probably keep I'll be using the warrior class when I go through the main playthroughs. So, but you could do it with any of them. I'll be showing you, like, things that if you do them, it should be pretty easy to get the game. I will be keeping this guy though, and I'll show you how to get a really good weapon very, very quickly. So, goodbye everybody.